Good afternoon, guys. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. I'm with my friend Zachary here. Zach. He's from Denver, Colorado. He's also an ex-witness. He left the cult quite a while ago, and he's just going to share his story real quick with us. He's going to share his experience growing up as a witness, and also life after Jehovah's Witnesses. So let's, introduce yourself, Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Stevens. So I was baptized as a Jehovah's Witness on September 3rd, 1994 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But I was born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness in Denver, Colorado, originally from the Lake Arbor congregation of Varvado.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. Cool. And do you have any siblings in an organization, or?
I do have one brother. He was never baptized. He's 3 years younger than I am, and he currently lives in Western Colorado with his family.
Nice. Okay. And you said, we was talking earlier. You told me your mom your grandmother. You said your grandmother was she wasn't born in, but she learned about the organization, right? Correct?
Yes, sir. So she came in contact with Jehovah's Witnesses in Southern California and San Diego before my father was born. And she came in contact with them in Cortez, Colorado in the late 40s, and was baptized later as a Jehovah's Witness in 1949 in Colorado.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. Cool. And then that was your great-grandmother. That was your grandmother, right?
Yes, sir.
So then your parents had you. You was born and raised. So what happened? I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit, if you know what I mean. What was your waking up call? What made you wake up from this cult?
So there are a number of things in my case that happened. Up until 2009, I solidly believed that it was the truth. In 2010, I started kind of wanting to do my own thing a little bit. I started missing meetings. I stayed home from most meetings for a period of time. Later in 2010, I went back after a surgery or major surgery that I had. The bottom fell out for me, though, in 2011 after a suicide attempt. There were a number of things that played into that. There was stress in my marriage, stress at work, and then I lost a very close friend in death. This is another witness. He died during a fasting treatment down in Panama, and died under very mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what? All this helped you to, if anything, if it serves with some type of purpose, it helped you to wake up from this cult, But it shouldn't come down to that. I'm sorry you lost your friend. I'm sorry that you say you had a few suicidal attempts, and I can relate to that 100% because I was, I tried to take my life a few times in the past. So my heart goes out to anyone who suffers with depression, anyone who suffers from any type of suicidal ideations. But me and you was talking for a while earlier, and he said something, guys. Zach said something to me that that's real. He said to I asked him, I said, how was your life after leaving Jehovah's Witnesses, right? And he said he's taking it day by day, which is important. This is important for people to know because, and we were just speaking about this, Zach. We were speaking how it's good to have your freedom when you leave this cult, right? It's good to have your freedom, but realistically speaking, being a realist, just because you leave the cult doesn't mean that life is going to be pieces of cream and you're going to be problem free. You're still going to have problems. You're still going to suffer depression. You still got to face life's everyday struggles, right? But you cannot put a price on your freedom from this cult. You cannot put a price on your freedom. I'm sure you can relate to that, Zach, right?
Absolutely.
Good. So, anything else you want to say? You told me you was married before, right? You had your 2 marriages.
Yeah, so I have been married twice. I was married the first time to a fellow Jehovah's Witness. Mind you, today she's no longer a Jehovah's Witness herself. She didn't officially disassociate as I have, but she does live with our 2 oldest sons in the Charleston, South Carolina area. The woman that I have been married to, my soon-to-be ex-wife, does live in Metro Denver in Aurora, Colorado, and we have been married 10 years on paper.
Nice. Okay. Good. And you said you came to Hawaii for a fresh start, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're in the same boat there. I also moved here, wanted a fresh start. Of course, this is Hawaii. Who doesn't want to live when there's 80 degrees all year round, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's paradise. It's paradise. But one thing I admire and respect about you is that you said you didn't give up on life and you decided to move to Hawaii for a fresh, clean slate. And a lot of people, when they're fed up with life, right? A lot of people, they completely give up. You know, they completely give up. So, don't mind me, I'm looking at you through the, you know, I'm doing a video. I'm trying to look at the audience, and you know, but you didn't give up in life. I respect that about you. You know, you could have given up, but you decided, you said, you know what, I'm not happy in Colorado. You got your belongings, and you relocated. You know, so anyone who's struggling with any type of mental illnesses, anyone who was born and raised in a cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, this is living proof. Both of us, we're both living proof that there is life outside of Watchtower, you know. And we both been through some serious shit. We both suffered with depression. We both had suicidal ideations, and ironically, we both moved to Hawaii, right? You know, but yeah, we just don't give up. I want to encourage people to not give up on life. I was suicidal before. Zach was suicidal before. We've both been through some shit, you know, and in a sense, we're both shunned by our families. And something else we got in common. I just thought about something. We both disassociated from the cult, you know, and we know how that goes. When you disassociate, all your family and friends, you're dead to them. You're completely dead to them, right? So, sorry, there's an airplane going on. But there is life outside of the cult, and we are living proof. We are living proof that there is life outside of this cult. Anything else you want to say?
So yeah, in this case, I would definitely say that there is much more beyond the organization. When you're in the organization, you're stuck in a bubble. It's only once you're outside that bubble that you can see the organization for what it truly is. When you're in the organization, living in that bubble, you can't fully fathom what it truly is until you've left it.
Oh man, I'm happy you said that. That's a good point. Because when you're in the bubble, right? You don't think outside the box. Like as witnesses, we're not taught to think critically. We're not taught that there is life outside of what they want us to believe, right? And it's like when you leave that bubble, and like you said, you see for what it is. It's like, oh shoot, there's a whole world out here filled with some really good people. You know, there's some really good-hearted people out here, and it's all about that first initial step of leaving the bubble, right? Mm-hmm. It's all about that first initial step. And something else about me and Zach, we both work not full time, but we both work 2 jobs. You know, I mean, Hawaii is expensive after all, but we are productive, we're busy, and we're living our lives. We're living our lives. But if we both were witnesses, right? And we had 2 jobs, we were missing meetings. What would the elders say? Oh, is it wise to have 2 jobs? I would say, are you paying my bills? Are you paying our bills? Are you paying our rent? So many people, they sacrifice their livelihood for going to the meetings, going out in service. Right? And they have this, and I made a video about this, but they have this, oh, I'll leave it in Jehovah's hands mindset, right? They have this mentality, I'll leave it in Jehovah's hands. And it's like, that's not the real life. Real life, people need to work in order to not just survive, but thrive. Now, who wants to live paycheck to paycheck, right? So I'm yapping away. But you could chime in anytime you want to talk.
Yeah. So yeah, in this case, there's definitely a lot more to this world than the organization that we came from. I mean, there are good people out there. There are good experiences to be had. There's so much more to experience. And as Jerome was saying, life can be very hard, but I know in my case, I've learned to take it one day at a time and do the best I can. That's all we can do. But there are certainly good people out there that we can lean on and trust.
So, amen. So true. So true. I want to ask you, what hobbies? What do you do here in your spare time, if you don't mind me asking?
So now, back where I came from, I did enjoy hiking, cycling, skiing, and swimming. Since I've been here, have been swimming on Magic Island Lagoon, and actually just picked up a membership with 24-Hour Fitness. I've been hiking here once. If I go back to the mainland, I'll probably do some more hiking and skiing back on the mainland at some point. But those were my favorite pastimes.
Nice. Okay. So I also enjoy hiking and going to the gym as well. We could definitely do a hike together at some point if you want. Definitely, definitely. And it was good to meet you. I'm happy I met you finally. So me and him, we've actually been texting for about a good month, right? And we was trying to meet up throughout the last month or so, but we both worked 2 jobs and we both got busy schedules. So he finally texted me a few days ago, telling me that he's gonna be free today, Friday, right? I said, oh yeah, we can finally meet up. You know, I said I definitely would love to meet up, hear your story, your awakening from the cult, and you know, be able to share your experience with the world, you know, with the rest of the ex-Jehovah's Witness community. And we having a real talk right here. Now, before I make this video, me and Zach was talking for about a good 30 minutes, give or take, right? And one thing I love talking to people, hearing their stories, and I love to hear how people go through some real life shit. This is some real shit he's going through. You know, he had 2 marriages, born and raised in his cult. Sad to say, he lost his father a few years ago from cancer. And something else, which is important, I want to talk about too. So you were saying how I think your grandmother or both of your grandparents, they wasn't born in the religion, right? They wasn't born in, but they invested the majority of their life, right? So sad to say, just like thousands upon hundreds of thousands of other people who devoted their entire life to this organization, you said your grandparents devoted the majority of their life, right?
Yes, so they all died in the bounds of the religion. So both of my granddads had served during World War II out in the Pacific in the fight against Japan. But it really wasn't until the 50s that they came in contact with the organization. And this is my belief. This is my theory. They saw the war, they saw the Great Depression, and it's my belief that they want something better. That's why they joined the organization. That's personally how I feel.
No, okay, fair enough. And it's sad how a lot of people, just like your folks, your grandparents, they devoted so much time and energy to this religion, and it's like, what do they have to show for it?
Nothing. They're gone. It's very sad.
You see?
So.
Exactly. See, this is why I make these videos. This is why a lot of ex-witnesses are trying to help people to wake up sooner than later, because no one should have to waste their entire life, literally either your entire or the majority of your life, slaving for a pipe dream, for a pipe dream that's never going to happen. And it's sad how the governing body leaders, right? This is what they use. They use people's use a false seldom hope in order to grasp people. Oh, you want to see your deceased loved ones again? Join us. You want to live forever on a paradise earth? Join us. Join this religion. And it's like they make all these promises, and you have people like my mom, my family, especially my mom. You know, and then you have your grandparents. Your mom, you said she's in her 70s. Right, your mom?
76.
How long has she been in the organization?
So my mom's parents joined the organization in 1958. At the time they joined.
No, your mom.
Oh, my mom.
Yeah.
Oh. So she would have been baptized back in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, that's well over 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So baptized, and she's what, 70, late 70s?
76.
Right? Okay,
Yep.
see? So his mother is in her late 70s. She got baptized over 50 years ago. So that's the majority of her life. She's been waiting for this paradise. And this is like, this got to stop. This got to come to an end. I'm tired of hearing stories where people are devoting their life for this seldom fake ass pipe dream, and they got nothing to show for it. They're just patiently waiting. They're giving all their donations, all their assets, all their time, money, and energy to this religion. And what are they getting back in return?
Nothing.
Exactly. So I'm happy that you're out here in Hawaii. You said you're going on hikes, you're going to the beach, you're living your life. You met a few good people outside the religion. I'm happy to hear that, because a lot of people, they don't get the opportunity. A lot of people die waiting for a pipe dream. A lot of people don't travel. A lot of people don't even go to Hawaii. Let me just say this real quick. So my brother got married in Puerto Rico back in 2017, right? My mom, she doesn't travel. She never owned a passport. She hardly travels, right? So she went to my brother's wedding. He had a destination wedding out there in Puerto Rico. She flew out there, right? The minute my mom saw the beach, she started crying. Like tears were coming down my mom's eyes, right? And I was with her. I said, Mom, why are you getting teary? What's going on? She said, this is so beautiful. I've never seen this before. And I went to tell her, it's because you don't travel. You don't live your life. All she does is go to her meetings, go out in service. But my mom doesn't live her life. And she finally went to the beach, saw the beautiful sunset in Puerto Rico, and her eyes were just pouring, right? Now, I felt for her because I traveled. I have a passport. I've been traveling since my early 20s. And to me, it was like another day, I mean, I'm used to seeing beaches. But to my mom, it was like a Kodak moment because she doesn't know what that feels like, And it's important for people to live their life. I always say this. We have one life to live, guys. We have just one life to live, so live it to the fullest. Live it to the fullest. Zach, any closing words?
Yeah, and I second Jared on that. We only have one life to live. I mean, there are so many choices that we can make. I know in my case, I've made some choices that I regret, but again, I take it one day at a time, and I would advise anybody out there, if you've made mistakes, learn from them and move forward.
Amen to that. Guys, I'm going to piggyback from what he said. Speaking of mistakes, I feel like the reason why I would consider myself wise. I'm not from a cocky perspective, but wise from the point of the fact that I made plenty of mistakes. In my 20s, I was wild, I was impulsive. I did a lot of things that I regret in my 20s, right? But you know what? Like Zach just said, you learn from it. When you make mistakes, you learn from it. And you learn to never make those mistakes ever again. And in addition to that, you can help others to not make those mistakes too, right? So life is all about learning and helping others to progress and learn as well, right? So you just view your mistakes as a life lesson as to what to not do in the future. That's all. But yeah, guys, Zach, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Of course. And I'm happy. I hope that people could hear this. This is, once again, before I end this video, I'm going to say once again, me and Zach both suffering with depression. Me and Zach both tried to take our lives. I have never been married before. He has. But we both disassociated from the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. We are both in Hawaii, ironically. And we are both now living our life. This is a new chapter, a fresh, clean slate, a fresh, clean start. If we could do it, anybody could do it. So keep that in mind. For any PMO out there, anyone who's on the fence, any Jehovah's Witness who's watching this video, you're on the fence, you want to leave the organization, but you're having doubts because you think you don't know what's going to happen on the other side. Well, guess what? We're on the other side. We are on the other side, and we're taking it day by day. And we're way better off now than we ever was in a cult. All right? Guys, I'm ending this video. Zach, thank you once again, bro.
Thank you again.
Guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.